Hi cuties. So I've been checking out the XDefiant server stress test extravaganza, and I am a fat, stinky shooter nerd, so I felt the need to give y'all some quick ranted thoughts about it. Alright, let's just get straight to it, y'all. Fuck the bullshit. It is buggy as hell. The hit detection is all over the place. It can't decide if I'm hitting a motherfucker or not, and also whether I will continue to be hit while wrapping around corners. It's kinda crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But, first day woes aside, it's been running excellent. I love the 120 FPS on consoles that's been added since the first playtest alpha thing, and the movement is still as smooth as a bitch. We got the slide cancels, and bunny hops, and whatever else our heart desires. Also, let me just preface that this is all my experience. I know a lot of people have been hating on the game for whatever reason, and some of their complaints are certainly valid, but I can only speak on my personal experience. And, in my correct, humble Ripper opinion, it is one of the best arcade shooter experience I've played in recent years. I buy every single COD because I'm a shill-ass bitch, and I love to shoot people in the noggin, but also because I remember the glory days of the franchise. Even nowadays, when Modern Warfare 3 is updated and it's in the best state that it's ever been, it still doesn't feel as crispy as XDefiant, in my opinion. Everybody is actually moving around, not sitting in a little hidey hole camping their ass off, and each faction having their specific abilities is a nice touch that is probably needed in most modern shooters at this point. Also bro, the P90 and MP7 are absolutely disgusting, might I add. Some of the crispiest SMG gameplay came from using those two weapons. Honestly though, it feels like most guns are extremely viable. It reminds me of 2009 Modern Warfare 2 where every gun was just OP as fuck. Except the Marshmallow Shooter F2000. I'm sorry, I still love you, bitch. I've seen quite a few people whining about how sweaty the game is, and yes, I agree, I have certainly been sweating my balls off. But at the end of the day, there's no skill-based matchmaking. I mean, that is such a welcome, fresh breath of air nowadays. You might get minked up one match, but in the next, you could be rewarded with some Christmas noobs, so it all kind of balances out. Also, everyone playing the game right now is probably a shooter fan who considers themselves to be at least halfway decent, so it makes sense for every lobby to be populated with a bunch of mini Tifus and shrouds, if you will. I don't know though, for me, while the games can be pretty competitive sometimes, I've actually had the opportunity to listen to music while playing a shooter game, which just hasn't been possible in recent years because of how sound-oriented the latest CODs have been. You gotta be digging your headset deep into your ear canal to even stand a chance in those sweat-infested lobbies, dude. Not to be nitpicky, but the snipers are also pretty wishy-washy for me. I kept getting one-tapped by the TAC-50, but when I picked that bitch up, it turned into a BB gun, so I don't know, maybe I just gotta get better, I guess. For me though, the biggest problem of all with XDefiant is who it's being published by. Ubisoft. Yeah, I mean, not to mention the horrible work culture that's apparently happening behind the development of this game, they have the potential to rush this game out the door, which could kill it as soon as it arrives. The last thing I want to see is this game that's trying to revive the arena shooter subgenre, which is known for that no bullshit, just straight fun approach, by allowing it to be riddled with bugs and overpriced microtransactions. Granted, it's a free game, I get that, and we don't really know what their plans are, but let's just take a look at Ubisoft the past few years, y'all. Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Watch Dogs Legion? Shutting down the Crew 1 abruptly out of nowhere? Nice. The Star Wars Outlaws pricing debacle? Just Dance 2024, bro? Nah, I'm just playing, but you get the point though. At the end of the day, I really like this game, and we need it to create good competition for Call of Duty and Battlefield because they're just so on top, it feels like they don't even really have to try anymore. Modern Warfare 3 was literally a DLC packaged into a $70 Frankenstein amalgamation, and they still sold gangbusters, bro. XDefiant is a step in the right direction despite all of its flaws and inconsistencies, which will hopefully get better with time. As for the rumors saying the game will launch fully next month, I don't know, I'm a little concerned with that. I don't know if it's a good idea to drop a game that's not 100% ready and then spend the first few months playing catch up because that's been the COD franchise's MO the past few years and it stinks, okay? Seriously though, going back to Modern Warfare 3, after playing that game for like an hour, it actually feels like such a drag and a chore going against the stinkiest esports ass lobbies back to back to back, where sometimes you're the only person on your team playing objective and going positive. On XDefiant though, I will proudly admit I've been carried a couple times and I love to see it. Not to mention, the lobbies haven't disbanded after every single match, which is another blessing to have, especially when your squad is on fire. At the end of the day, the game is just fun as shit, bro. I recommend you check it out, as today, April 21st, is the last day it will be available, unless they extend it for your boy's birthday, but that's neither here nor there. Sorry, but yeah, if you miss the feeling of old Call of Duty or even Battlefield Bad Company 2 and such, you will love the feeling of XDefiant, and I hope it's not too glitchy for you as it has been for me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to dive back in and enjoy the last few hours of this before it's inevitably delayed again. It's Ubisoft after all. But yeah, though, y'all, that's really all I got. Like I said, real quick rant. Wish me a happy birthday down below, or I'm going to cry myself to sleep and it's all your fault. Make sure to drop shot the like button, maybe grenade the subscribe, and I love you guys. Bye!